Hi everybody, welcome back to Random Lifestyle Vlog. If you're new here, my name is Paulina and I would really appreciate if you could subscribe to our channel. So today I have another short fragrance video and this is going to be Juliette Has a Gun. I got a discovery kit and I actually was very curious. I wanted to try these fragrances because the only one I tested was not a perfume, and I really liked that. I found it like very original, very unique. So I really wanted to try other fragrances. So this is a discovery kit. It contains 8 fragrances. 7 of them are 1.7 mils, and there's one 4 mil, a bigger one which is not a perfume. Yeah. So inside it looks like this. It has a booklet that tells you a little bit about each fragrance here. So yeah, so what I did here, I tested each fragrance for 1 day and I kind of made some notes. So yeah, so let's have a look at what actually my thoughts. The first one I tried was not a perfume. This is the only fragrance I've tried before. A big sample here. This is a single note perfume. This is Setalox, and does it say anything? It's minimalist, elegant, pure, a subtle woody note with a clean and modern trail. Mono ingredient without allergens and ideal to blend with other perfumes. Okay, so what are my thoughts about this one? Yes, it's elegant, it's delicate, it's a bit woody. Yeah, that's obvious. Let me just spray a little bit. Yeah, it's a really nice fragrance. This is perfect for layering because this is a single ingredient one. So yeah, it's lovely. It's like woody, but not like, if you don't really like woody smoky fragrances, this is not that type of woodiness. This is like a very delicate, clean, woody fragrance. It's very elegant. The only problem I had with this one, that the performance is not great. It kind of, if you just wear this, if you don't layer it with anything, it won't really last on your skin for ages. It will probably be gone in a couple of hours. So that's the only problem I have with this one. But I really love how it smells. So the next one I tried was a vanilla vibes, and this was actually something I really hoped I would love because I do like vanilla fragrances. And vanilla vibes, this is pretty much vanilla and sea salt. So this is like a salty vanilla type of fragrance, which is quite, I'm not saying it's popular, but there are fragrances that contain those, these 2 ingredients. Yeah, I have to tell you one thing. I don't love it. I mean, this is okay. No, it doesn't smell that bad right now, but like on my skin, I can smell this opening. It becomes a little bit like acidic. So I don't really like how it actually works, with my skin. And with time, the dry down, it just becomes very sweet. I can't really smell that salty vanilla. I smell more like orchid vanilla combo, so very sweet flowery vanilla, which is, I think, my least favorite vanilla combo that there can be. So I find it like not particularly innovative. This is something very, nothing new. As I mentioned before, a little bit acidic opening, sweet dry down. Performance is actually quite good, but to be honest, there are so many more interesting salty vanilla fragrances that I don't really think it's worth spending that much money, because these fragrances are not like super cheap. I think, for example, the most popular Olympia by Paco Rabanne, this is salty vanilla, like classic, and it costs half the price, I think, of Juliette Has a Gun. But yeah, not my favorite. Someone might not agree with me, but this is not my type of vanilla. But it gets better. So the next one I tried was a Moscow Mule, and this is named by a drink, by a cocktail. And does it say anything? Exhilarating and vibrant composition evoking the lime and ginger notes of the famous cocktail, a citrusy and floral fragrance to be consumed without moderation. Cheers. Yeah, and the main ingredients are ginger, lime, of course, and amber extreme. So yeah, I found it spicy, fresh, sweet, and almost masculine. And I have to tell you, this is one of my favorite fragrances in this box. I really like it. It's almost masculine. It's very unisex, but you know, on this masculine side. But still, I think, yeah, something I would definitely wear, and the performance is actually very good. So yeah, definitely something I actually am considering purchasing the full size of this. So next fragrance, anyway, where is this? Okay. Inspired by Hedion, anyway, is a floral citrus musky. Nonchalant and easy to wear, it embodies a certain optimism, ready to unite with the feminine as much as the masculine. And main ingredients are green lime, Hedion, and musk. Okay, let me just spray to remind myself. Oh, okay, I remember that one. Okay, so yeah, it's fresh, it's musky. You can actually smell musk quite a lot, but also like those like green notes. Yeah, it's fresh, but more in like a green than citrusy way, in my opinion, and it's a bit masculine. Yes, it is. I mean, I think I prefer the Moscow Mule. It's more me, but this one is actually quite nice too. So the next fragrance is So this one is a mouth-watering name that suggests delectation and excites all senses. A gourmand yet elegant composition. Is a forbidden fruit, advised, even recommended, a 0-calories treat. And the main ingredients: neroli, raspberry, tuberose, and iris butter. Okay, so what do I think? Yeah, it's strongly gourmandish. Just need to refresh my memory. Yeah, very gourmandish, very neroli, fruity, sweet, but this is not like sickly sweet gourmandish fragrance. So if you're afraid that this might be like too girly, it's not. It's, I would say it's like more mature. This is more mature gourmandy fragrance. Classy. Yeah, it's. I think it contains tuberose. How do I know that? Yeah, I just read it. Okay, so it contains tuberose, so it might be the reason why it actually seems a bit more mature. It's not that type of like girly fragrance. And the dry down is a bit powdery. So yeah, this is definitely a really nice gourmandy fragrance, something a bit different. I don't think I have anything like that in my collection. This is not my favorite out of the whole box, but I might consider buying this at some point. I don't know yet. I just kind of have to use it a little bit more. But yeah, it's a little bit different. And yeah, classy, mature, gourmandy fragrance. So now the sunny side up, and this is a luminous sandalwood composition with a pleasant woody, creamy trail. A happy therapy to enlighten your day and lift up your mind. And this is sandalwood, jasmine, lacton, and vanilla. Yeah, I do like that one. Although this is not the fragrance I would buy, definitely. I mean, this is not the fragrance I would wear. I mean, I could wear it like maybe every now and then, but this is not something I would enjoy wearing like, you know, more often. But yeah, this is woody, creamy, delicate, very feminine, and very summery. And this fragrance actually reminds me of like those forests at the seaside. Like, you know, you have a walk on the forest, and then, you know, this is like, there's like a little bit different scent to it, like a little bit mineral. I don't know. This is, yeah, it smells lovely. It's just not my type of fragrance. Yeah, and the performance is actually quite okay. Okay, so we have 2 more left. Let's do Lady Vengeance now. And this says, a perfume with rich and sophisticated trail, the expression of undeniable femininity, confident and divinely sensual. And this says Bulgarian rose, patchouli, and vanilla. Yeah, I sprayed a bit too much. But yeah, this is pretty much rose and patchouli. Yeah, and that's what my notes say: rose and patchouli. Sexy and elegant. So this is like a really rare composition that smells sexy at the same time, elegant. Usually sexy fragrances are not very elegant, but this one is. I mean, rose is quite elegant, but kind of patchouli gives that sexiness, I think, to it. I mean, if you don't like patchouli, don't buy it. If you don't like rose, I mean, I'm not a massive fan of rosy fragrances, but I like some rose compositions. This one is nice. Heavy, quite strong, mature. but not like granny type mature. It's more like mature for like a grown-up woman. Yeah, this is really nice and very sophisticated in my personal opinion. Yeah. Nothing too unique, nothing like that will just blow your mind because it's so different. But yeah, it's like a really nice classic fragrance in my personal opinion. And then we have the last one, and this is another oud. And this one is actually my favorite from the whole collection. So the description says, another oud, just the opposite. The fragrance suggests an immersion into the original world, version 2.0. And then we have bergamot, oudwood, cashmere, raspberry, and musk. And honestly, guys, this is something a bit different. If you love woody, if you love oud, this is just lovely, because this is woody, this is smoky, this is like a smoky oud fragrance, like a proper oud, but it also, you can actually smell those raspberries there. So there's like this sweetness to it. Let me just have a look what I actually wrote in here. Yeah, smoky and but very prominent fruity note. And yeah, it just says love it. So yeah, this is definitely my favorite fragrance. Yeah, it's just something a little bit different to what I already have, and I kind of feel like I need it in my collection. So another oud, Moscow Mule, and yeah, these are my two discoveries from this little kit. But yeah, in general, I do find these fragrances quite good. I do find the performance is usually good, apart from not a perfume. And they are quite unique, at least some of them. I generally enjoyed this kit. I enjoyed, I think, most of these fragrances, apart from that vanilla vibes, which is just completely, I just don't really see the point of making a fragrance that smells like pretty much, I don't know, any, I'm not saying it's generic, but there are like better fragrances with salty vanilla, so I just don't like it. But this is my personal opinion. You might just love it. I'm not sure what you would think about it, but in my personal opinion, really good fragrances, really interesting, classy. Most of them are quite classy, nothing too girly. They're all quite like mature, I would say, but not, as I said, not like granny type mature. Grown-up woman mature. I think a girl in like their in her early 20s might not really enjoy these fragrances too much, but yeah, I kind of like the different approach to gourmandie, and I love the masculinity in Moscow Mule, and I think it was Anyway, yes, and also that raspberry oud composition. That's just amazing. So that's everything. This is the whole box, the whole discovery kit. Let me know down in the comments below what you think. Have you tried any of these fragrances? Maybe some of these are your favorites, or maybe you just love something else by this brand. I don't know. To be honest, this was my first attempt to try and learn something about this brand, because as I mentioned before, Not a Perfume was the only fragrance I knew. And I have to tell you, I really enjoy that, and I might be purchasing some full sizes now. So thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button, and I will see you soon.